Today, I'm going to war with your ego. So, yes, I have my war paint on. It's Tuesday, ruled by Mars, the god of war. So, I'm going to use this energy to call you the fuck out. Um, if you've watched my videos before, you know that this is not going to be that harsh. I tend to present things in a relatively gentle way. At the same time, though, I am really good at a call out, and this is what Spirit is guiding me to do today. So, thank you for watching this video. If you clicked on it, I want to say that I do admire you. I think it takes big balls, or whatever you want to call it, courage and self-awareness to be willing to be called out by someone else, to be willing to see where you might be wrong about some things. So today I'm going to go up against your limiting beliefs, your blocks, and whatever is kind of holding you back from really owning your power in this world. I'm not sure what's going to come through in this reading. It's going to be highly intuitive, so we'll see what happens. We have 4 piles here today. The first pile, we have a quartz crystal, just a clear quartz. For the second pile, we have this pyrite crystal. Shiny gold. For the third pile, we have lapis lazuli. And for the fourth pile, we have this moonstone, which has a blue flash to it, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. So yes, use your intuition to pick a pile. Take a moment, feel free to pause the video if you want to. And when you're ready, click on the timestamp in the description box to go to your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the quartz crystal, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what the universe wants to call you out on today. So we'll start with these 2 cards here. First, we have what you're slacking on and where you're lacking because of that. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. So right away, you are slacking on sharing yourself. You are slacking on expressing your ideas. You are slacking on sharing this wealth of knowledge that you know you have. I'm seeing that you keep your true opinions to yourself a lot of the time. Yeah, you kind of hide what you think. You don't share yourself with the world very much. And that is the main area that Spirit is saying that you are slacking on. You are being called right now to share more of yourself. You have really good ideas. The King of Swords is very, very smart. He's the height of air energy, which is all about intellect. So you are an intellectual through and through. What you think has value in this world. And the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, God, whatever you wish to call it, is wanting you to share that more, to speak more on what you actually feel, on what you're actually thinking, to actually use your ideas as they're coming to you and to stop keeping it quiet. So this is the main area where you're lacking, is your self-expression. Or sorry, where you're slacking. So where are you lacking? We have the King of Cups in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is this is really throwing your emotions out of balance. This is making it so you have to manipulate people to get what you want. Manipulation is what we do when we can't get our needs or our wants met directly. So we need to go in kind of roundabout ways to do that. So what I'm seeing here is you hiding what you actually think, what you actually feel in any given moment is causing you to get into this more manipulative energy where you have to kind of go through the back door and trick and distract people to actually get what you want and need from them. And it's causing you to be very emotionally unbalanced. Okay, like you are not on top of your emotions right now. This is what the universe is saying. You are getting thrown way off by things that are happening. So let's see here. This is what your biggest blind spot is currently at the top. Okay. So we have deflection. So right now you are in a state of deflecting. When someone is bringing something to your awareness, rather than taking it in and reflecting on it, you are deflecting it out and making it someone else's fault. To give you a good example of deflection, it's like throwing up a shield, right? And bouncing back whatever is thrown our way. So it's when a child knocks over a glass of water and they blame the cup instead of blaming themselves. This is what you are doing right now, which honestly surprises me that you would even click on this reading. So kudos to you. Because if you are deflecting, I imagine that this would be kind of not that nice to listen to. And you'd want to, like, I don't know, get mad at me or something. But, you know, you obviously are willing to step out of this energy if you're willing to watch this video. So to help with deflecting, what you need to do is start to get into the vibration of reflecting. Pay attention to the things that are making you the most mad or the most upset about other people, and try to own that within yourself. Try to find that within your own actions, okay? Yeah, because whenever you're deflecting, you're not in reality about a situation, and all your power comes from being in reality. So be willing to see yourself as not always that great of a person. Sometimes we're wrong, you know, sometimes we're the bad guy, and that's okay. It's okay to see yourself that way. And if you really struggle with that, remember that the person who can see themselves as wrong, the person who can see themselves and the mistakes they're making, is the best person, is the person who can do the most good in this world, because they are willing to own and accept their faults. Okay? So this is what the universe is calling you to do right now. Own and accept your faults. Take some responsibility for the things that you're seeing other people do and you're not claiming or owning within yourself. And there's definitely a need for directness here, a need for you to stop hiding what you think and what you feel. So let's see what else comes through with these cards. Okay. Sort of the astral world, the dream world, and the chariot or the altar. So what I'm seeing here is that when you are able to come out of this deflected, kind of held back state, you will have a lot of movement in your life. If you've been stuck in any way, that stuckness is about to change for the better. It just takes you being willing to see the truth about yourself in a given situation. And, you know, just because we make mistakes, just because we might manipulate someone sometimes or go about something in a shady way, doesn't make you really that bad of a person, right? It makes you human. So we all fuck up. We all fuck up, man. And yeah, what I'm seeing as well is you're getting a lot of messages in your dreams, especially about what is going on. So pay attention to your dreams. If there's anything that's standing out for you, try to get to the source of it or the root of it. Understand its meaning. You're being guided right now by spirit as well. I'm seeing there's a couple guides, 3 to 5 guides around you right now that are kind of like looking out for you, watching your back, trying to help you get into this position of reflection. Yeah, it's like all this stuckness that you're feeling, if you are feeling stuck, that's all over the moment you can start to reflect and really take responsibility for when you're wrong and when you fuck up. Okay. Let's see what else kind of comes through here from your ancestors. What do your ancestors want to call you out on? Okay. So we have joy and promise. So there's a promise you're not keeping. I'm seeing that this is mostly to yourself. There's a promise you're not keeping right now, and your ancestors really want you to keep that. So if there's things you've been saying that you're going to do or been thinking about doing and you're not following through and you're not doing them, This is your ancestors saying, step it up. You got this, okay? You're inspired to do these certain things, to take these certain actions for a reason. Your energy is very valuable on this world. You are here to do something with it, okay? So whatever promises that you've made to yourself or to other people, it's time for you to keep those promises, okay? And I feel like you're not very committed to your own joy right now. You're committed more to the sense of being right, more to the sense of being good than you are to really feeling the joy of just being your authentic self. So, yeah, what your ancestors want to call you out on is to get more into that vibration of joy and to keep the promises that you're making. Keep your word. Step up your game. Okay, let's see. So this is going to be, what energy are you missing the most right now? Rain and fecundity. Okay. So you might need to cry with this card. I'm feeling that you're not really allowing yourself to cry, or maybe you've been kind of struggling holding in these emotions that you've been feeling. You need to cry. You need to cleanse in some way. Spend some time in water, spend some time in the shower even. If it rains around you, go out in the rain and really connect with that energy of the rain right now, because that is what you're needing, okay? I'm also feeling that you need to create space within you. You need to create space within you to observe yourself with a little less judgment, okay? Witness the things that you do without applying such a harsh right and wrong. You need to open yourself. Like, just look how open she kind of is in the center of her. You need to open yourself to the multitude of who you are, to the dark aspects and the light aspects, okay? Not just the light. There's dark too. We all have it, right? And if you cut out your darkness, if you cut out the things that you see are wrong, you're just causing yourself pain. You're not, you're not making yourself better. You're just causing yourself pain. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards from this deck. I don't know why I started shuffling that one, but I've changed my mind. This deck. Let's see what wants to come through here for this call out. Okay, so we have the Page of Beasts and the Eight of Beasts. Okay, this is just like, face yourself here. Okay, face yourself. Be brave enough to look at yourself clearly. Be brave enough to see the things in you that most people are not willing to be self-aware. Most people are not willing to look at themselves clearly. It does take bravery. It does take courage. It does take one epic motherfucker, which I think you are. I feel like you are. So you got this. Be courageous to face yourself. It's a lot less than you think. This is what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing you might kind of hold this world view that's negative, or this view of other people that's negative. Try to apply that into yourself, and you'll see that that worldview isn't as true as you believe it to be, that people are not as negative, or whatever things that you're applying to them, deflecting onto them, are not as true as you think them to be. Yeah, and then we have this Page of Beasts in reverse, which is the Page of Wands. So what that's showing me is you're many minds about things right now. You're very split. So yeah, coming into this state of reflecting is really going to bring you back into alignment with your higher self, into alignment with your authentic self. yeah, it's going to bring you back into alignment. So be willing to face the shadow. That's your main kind of lesson here. And share yourself, express yourself. Your ideas, like I said, you have a beautiful mind. You really do. And it deserves to be shared with other people. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Like I said, I admire you for even clicking on this video that's calling you out. That takes guts. If you have anything to say about this video, let me know in the comments. I always love to hear from you. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. So welcome, Pile 2s. If you picked the pyrite, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what the universe has to call you out on today. Your guides, your ancestors, God itself, whatever you wish to call it. What are you being called out on today? So we'll start here with where you are slacking. Okay, so we have judgment in reverse. So here I'm seeing two things. One, you are resisting a new beginning right now. You are holding up. There's like this fresh new start just waiting for you, and you're holding off on it. You're holding yourself back. You're in total resistance to this new life, to this resurrection of you. I feel like you're really holding on to darkness. You're really holding on to nostalgia. You're really holding on to the way things have been for the last while, for forever maybe. And you're truly resisting a brand new beginning here. And what I'm also seeing is you're being very harsh on your judgments right now. You're being very harsh on your judgments of yourself, especially. It can be others too, but I'm really seeing that this is rooted in yourself. You're being way too harsh on yourself right now. So there's a need here for you to kind of get into a more positive state of judgment where you're viewing and you're evaluating yourself from a neutral perspective, not from such a harsh perspective, not from a place where you've already decided that certain behaviors are wrong and certain behaviors are right. Try to release that grip a little bit and try to be a little bit softer with yourself and a little bit more open to yourself right now. So what are you lacking? We have slacking and lacking because it rhymes. What are you lacking right now? We have the King of Beasts in reverse. So this is the King of Wands. So I'm seeing here that you are really lacking the confidence in yourself and your ability to do the things that you came here to do. Your ability, it could be at work, in your career, it could be projects that you have, talents that you have, your gifts though, whatever your personal gifts are, you're really slacking you're really lacking in personal confidence because of these harsh judgments against yourself. You're not very organized. You have the potential to be highly skilled at whatever it is you're putting your mind to right now, whatever it is that's calling you. But because you're so harsh and because you're in such a state of resistance to it, you don't have the confidence and you don't have that high level of skill that you could have. The King of Beasts is very effective, very proficient. And you're kind of pushing that side under the rug in favor of these negative views that you hold on yourself. Okay, so let's see. This is what your biggest blind spot is right now. Okay, so we literally have resistance here. This is resistance. So like I said, you are resisting. Okay, you are in resistance right now. That's definitely going to be a personal thing, what it is that you're resisting, why it is that you're resisting. But the rule here, when this card comes up, is you need to deal directly with your resistance before you make any steps forward. Because if you try to do things from a place of resistance, if you try to do things where resistance is anytime, you have one side going this way and the other side saying going that way. Like this card here, the arrows are pointing in two different directions. It's like an internal tug of war. So anytime you make a space from this completely conflicted place, when you take an action, from that space, that action is going to be a lot harder for you to do. And its results are not going to be as positive because you're so split about it. You may say that you really want to do this thing that will make you lots of money, but you're in resistance to gaining money. So whenever you try to make it, you have all these roadblocks and obstacles and negative things happening because you're in resistance to what you want. So here, you need to find a way to get out of resistance. So treat your resistance as valid. Treat it as important. There's a reason that it's here. There's a reason that you have it. But you have to decide with yourself if going the way you want to go is the right direction, or if you need to swap it up. So with resistance, you can either align yourself all onto the same page and move forward full force, or you can change directions and you can see that the resistance is telling you that maybe this isn't the way you're meant to go. So you have to integrate your resistance here. Try to find a way, some self-dialogue, maybe some journaling to understand what this resistance is. You can even ask to see your resistance in meditation, and you can kind of question it, ask it whatever questions come to mind. Yes, you need to resolve your resistance though. That is the point of this message here. So let's see what else kind of comes through for you. What does the universe, God, your spirit guides, your ancestors want to call you out on? What do I want to call you out on? Just kidding. I don't know you enough to know what to call you out on. Let's see. I really like this King of Beasts face for some reason. I'll show you in a second again. We have justice in reverse. You have judgment and justice in reverse. So you definitely need to come back into a state of balance. Ooh, okay. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I am seeing for some of you, you are actually resisting money. You are actually resisting abundance. You are actually resisting a state of good health, a state of good wealth. You're definitely resisting what you want here. And you have judgment and justice in reverse. Like, you're so harsh on yourself. So harsh on yourself. Stop being such a jury here. Kind of like cool off. Maybe you think things aren't panning out because of something wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you, boo. It's nothing wrong with you. You're just in resistance. You have too many people fighting inside of you right now. It's not about your skills or abilities. Okay, let's see what else is going to come through. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you're being a little bit immature here. You're taking this, like I said, you're really taking this as something negative on yourself when it isn't. The world is messed right now. Things might not pan out quickly or exactly how you want them to. It doesn't mean that they won't. Okay. And this time of kind of working through your resistance, of working through being hard on yourself and your abilities and your confidence, this is way more valuable because things can happen really fast for you. They can. If you take this time to get into the right space, to get into the right mindset, to get into alignment with yourself. Yeah. And you may be trusting the wrong people here. If there's people telling you, your ideas aren't good, or you can't do the things you want to do, or if you're paying attention to people with really negative mindsets, really critical mindsets, you're trusting the wrong people here. Okay? You need to trust some people with more open mindsets. Find some people who are aligned with what you want and kind of pay attention to how they think. And that's what I'm seeing here. And stop being so harsh on yourself. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I know that that's like, is that blasphemy? You can let me know. If you're a Christian, is that blasphemy? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, stop being so harsh on yourself, okay? Stop judging yourself so much. You don't need to judge yourself so much, okay? Only you are judging yourself this much. You know, the universe doesn't give a fuck what you do. Really. At the end of the day, you know, there's plenty of people who do fucked up shit and make a lot of money, or do fucked up shit and have a nice life, you know? We like to believe that the universe has these like cosmic scales of good and bad and they're weighing everything. But really, like, that's humans. That's humans that do that. We're the ones who have the idea of what's good and what's bad. We're the ones that have the idea of evil and good, not the universe. You know, if the universe did, why would there be so much killing? Why would we need to kill to eat? You know, it wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, that's a little side note. Let's see what your ancestors have to say. What your ancestors want me to call you out on. Okay, protection and memory. Ooh. So again, I'm feeling like you're a little bit stuck in nostalgia. You're a little bit stuck in your memories of the past, of how things used to be. And I feel like you're very protected. Like, to the point of being guarded. What your ancestors want you to know is that you are safe to move forward. You are safe to, you know, take this time and this space to work through the things that you need to work through. You don't need to be so on defense, so on guard against everything around you. You're not as vulnerable as you think you are. I feel like you think that you're really open to spiritual attacks, or you're really open to negative energy, or you're really open to negative people, to criticism. You're not, okay? I'm telling you right now, no one can hurt you as much as you can hurt you, okay? No one can criticize you as deeply as you can, Mr./Mrs. Judgment Justice in reverse over here, okay? You are the one who's judging yourself harshly. It's not the people outside of you. So there's a need to drop your guard a bit with the right people, and a need to kind of get out of your focus on memory here. Just because things went one way in the past does not mean they will go the same way in the future, especially in this world, especially today. The future is so up in the air right now. So, yeah, your memory is not the end-all be-all of how things are and how things will be. Especially if you're coming into a new beginning. Like I said, you're resisting this new start, this fresh version of you. Things are going to be different if you're a new version. It's not going to be the same as what you remember. Most of the fears that we project into the future are our memories, our past events. They're not actually what the future holds. So, see. So this is, what energy do you need right now? Boom, we had 2 pop out. Okay, we have darkness and the moon. So definitely reflection. Reflect on your shadow. You can even speak to the moon if you feel called to do so, to connect to the moon, the cycles of the moon. But really what I'm feeling is go into that shadow. Go into that deeper awareness of your fears, of your resistance. Connect to those darker things that you've been thinking. And then here we have life and breath. Okay, so you might find breath work is really helpful right now. Connecting into some sort of breathing practice will kind of give you more energy or more confidence. You know, breath is obviously really good for us. But also I'm just seeing like you need to live more. Okay, you need to be willing to put yourself out there a little bit, to face those fears, to confront that resistance, with an open mind. Maybe not so hard, confront. But you need to live, let your life be lived, let your life be experienced. Negative things or whatever you're afraid of, they're just experiences in and of themselves, right? They can only hurt you so much. Nothing will ever hurt you as deeply as you can hurt yourself, okay? So yeah, darkness, moon, and life and breath, whatever that means to you, that's the energy that you need right now. I'm also seeing like cardio. There's a heart here. You may find a need for cardio. Walking, running, jumping jacks. Just add some cardio to your day. That'll help move the energy through you more. Kind of release any stagnancy that you're feeling. So yes, I'm going to pull a couple of these cards just because I felt like it. Let's see what happens. Boom. Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you definitely have to make some choices here. You're definitely split. Oh, Two of Swords. You're definitely split. You're definitely of two minds about something. That's the only card I'm going to pull because I feel like that sums it up really well. And I feel like you're not seeing as clearly as you think. Just see how those like swords are through this guy's eyes. You're not seeing as clearly as you think. You're seeing through resistance, through the lens of resistance, through the lens of pain and memory. So try to clear your mind here. Try to address that resistance head on, and be softer with yourself. Be kinder to yourself, okay? This is like, your call out here is you got to be kind to yourself. Okay? You deserve it. You're a lovely person, I'm sure. So chill out. Take things in stride a little bit more. And that's all I have for you today, Pile 2. So thank you so much for watching. You can let me know in the comments what you thought about it if you feel like it. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Welcome, Pile 3s. If you picked the Lapis, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what the universe wants to call you out on today. So these two cards here are going to show us where you're slacking and what you're lacking. So yeah, let's start with where you're slacking. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So you are overindulging. You are overindulging. You are staying in this kind of chill, just waiting to see state. Yeah, you might be, again, I just want to say overindulging. That's just the word that keeps coming. You are overindulging, homie. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is you've been kind of in this stalled state. You've been really holding yourself back from taking action, making movements, doing the things that you feel called or inspired to do. I feel that you've been spending a lot of time in contemplation, a lot of time in this kind of relaxed state, and not very much time making the moves that you kind of need to make. And I'm also feeling that you're not satisfied. Like you're overindulging because you're not satisfied. You're not enjoying what you have. You're not seeing what's around you and really taking it in and appreciating it. You are just kind of consuming it or using it and then also feeling negative. So yes, there is a need here for you to really kind of see this. I don't know. We'll get to what you need to do in a second. But there's a need for you to kind of chill on the overindulging. If you've been hitting that sauce hard, if you've been smoking a lot, if you've been over consuming food, whatever it may be, there's a need for you to kind of put some limits, put some brakes on yourself and get a little bit more movement going here. Okay, get out of this stagnancy, get out of this just consumption state. Okay. So where you're lacking, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you are using too much knowledge that is passed down from other people, and you are not gaining your own knowledge here. And you're really lacking in your speech. Look at her. She has a sword through her throat. You are not speaking the things that you need to be speaking. Your words, your personal power, your personal energy is not going towards the things that would actually benefit you, towards the things that would make you joyous and happy long term. I'm seeing that you may be a little bit dogmatic right now as well. You may be kind of like closed to other people's perspectives and really just pushing your own. You need really good counsel here. What you're really lacking is some support, some friends who can provide advice and guidance, who can meet you where you are, who are on the same energy and wavelength that you're already at, and who can help advise you and help provide that sort of supportive, connective system to help you move from this state of just this guy chilling with all his cups. Okay. And yeah, you're lacking in your speech. You're not speaking as much as you should be, or the things that you're saying are coming from other people, or, you know, a lot of books or past information, and it's not as much coming from your heart and your intuition. There's a lot of stagnancy here. You are very stagnant. So let's see what your biggest blind spot is right now. Okay, so we have 48. This is scarcity mindset. Okay, just stare at this card, because I swear to God, this card is so good for getting you out of the scarcity mindset. You're stuck in a scarcity mindset right now. This is why you are not enjoying the things that you have to their fullest. You are not fully appreciating them, because you're stuck in this feeling of lack, that it's never enough. So you're continuing to consume because it's never enough. You don't have that satisfied feeling. So yeah, with this scarcity mindset, you could also believe you have a scarcity of energy to devote to things, to devote to tasks, to devote to creating your ideal world, your ideal reality, your ideal life for yourself. So there's a real need for you here to take steps to get out of this scarcity mindset and into an abundant mindset. So whatever that may be, that could be starting a gratitude practice, and, you know, in the morning and the night, whichever one works, listing the things that you're grateful for in the day, or even starting just a running tab throughout the day of looking for things on purpose that you're grateful for and that you can appreciate. But definitely you can look in more to scarcity mindset, scarcity ways of thinking. There are so many people talking about this kind of stuff, giving tips for how to move out of that. So whatever you can do to get into an abundant way of thinking is really going to help you here. The universe wants to call out that you're living in a position of lack. Look at this. You are the King of Wands. You excel at whatever you do. You are highly skilled. You are highly skilled. You are effective. You know, you can rely on the things that you know. You can rely on the things that you can do to create abundance, to create wealth for you if that's something that you want. Scarcity mindset doesn't only have to be about money, though. It can be about friends and people in the world that kind of share your energy, share your vibe. Your scarcity mindset can relate to your personal energy. You may not feel like there's enough, and therefore you always feel tired. So yeah, really think about that. Scarcity of opportunity, scarcity of love, whatever it could be, you need to move into this abundant state because you are the King of Wands, baby. You are. Okay? You're proficient. You're skilled. You're capable. You're just not moving. You're just not doing the things you need to do. You're focused on what you don't have. Okay, so let's see what else comes through here. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups too. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, you're kind of just waiting and you're missing all these opportunities here. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I don't want to stress you out and say that you've missed anything big, because opportunity comes knocking all the time. Opportunities are always available. Okay, it's scarcity mindset to think that because you missed an opportunity, there'll never be another one. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities around, but you're overlooking them. You're not able to see the opportunities for the things that you want, for your heart's desires to be fulfilled, because of this lack mindset. And I do see that you're kind of in this Queen of Cups energy, which in some places can be really good, but in other places you're just kind of waiting. You want things to happen for you. You don't want to be the one to make it happen. You want things to just kind of come to you. You're very receptive, which is a beautiful way to be. But you also have to kind of grab those opportunities when you see them. You have to take those actions that you need to take, those inspired actions. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Lots of overlooked opportunities. Opportunities for friendship, opportunities for love, opportunities for business, opportunities for healing. They're all around you all the time. So start to notice them. And if you can't notice them for yourself, notice them for other people. Start to pay attention to what's available for other people. Start to celebrate other people's wins if it's hard for you to do it for yourself, because that will also get you out of the lack mindset. That will also allow you to see the possibilities, and you'll start to believe it's possible for yourself too. Okay, so let's see what your ancestors have to say. What do they want to call you out on? These brown cards have just become the ancestor cards for me now. Okay, boom, we have 3 cards popped out. Okay, so you have the ancestor of skill. Look at that, you are highly skilled. You are not using your skills right now. You have a lot of skills. Whatever that may be, you are highly skilled at what you do, and you need to start using your skills. Okay, your ancestors know you're lit as fuck. This is a direct message from them. Just kidding, but they know you're lit, man. They know that you're dope. So it's time for you to use your skills here. Hunter of Death. Okay, there's a transformation that needs to occur. Again, this could be the scarcity mindset. You might need to kill it. But there's a transformation that you are resisting here, or that needs to occur, and the ancestors are guiding you towards it right now. So connect to your ancestors, pay attention to the signs and symbols that you're getting from them. There's a transformation that really needs to occur right now. And then we have the Shaman of Purification. Okay, so purify your mind, purify your thought processes, purify how you think about the world, how you think about opportunities, how you think about the things that you want. If you believe what you want is not possible, your chances of getting it are so slim. So you have to purify yourself to the place where it is possible. I'm also finding like you might find cleansing or purging rituals very useful right now if you're someone that is interested in kind of ritual work, cleansing. There's different ways to purge. There's lots of plant medicines that you can use for purging. San Pedro is a horrible one to purge on, honestly. Like if you want the most extreme purging experience of your life, go for San Pedro. No, but it is good. It is good. It's just like projectile vomiting. Anyways, there's other ways to purge though, like ayahuasca is a great way to purge. if you don't want to use plant medicines, you know, there's rituals, there's cleansing ceremonies. You can do like, I don't know, any kind of like diet cleanse, whatever purification works for you. You can figure that out. Yes, if you just want to projectile vomit like a green splooge, San Pedro. Anyways, let's see what else comes out for you. What else? Yeah, you might find plant medicines are really helpful if you're being called to them. Like, I'm just going to say that one more time because I feel guided to do so. There are lots of plant medicines you can look into that might actually really help your situation. Help you get into the mindset that you want to be into, help you clear out whatever blocks are occurring. Not all of them will make you purge as well, so don't worry about that. Whatever you feel drawn to, you're drawn to it for a reason. You could be being guided by your ancestors right now. Okay. So let's see what else comes up. Why am I using this deck? I've already used that deck like twice. I'm going to use this deck. We're going to pull one more card. What else needs to come up? Boom. 7 of Swords. Okay, so look at this guy. He's like asleep with all his swords. You're sleeping on yourself, baby. You're way better than you think you are. I'm telling you right now, you are way more skilled. You are way more capable than you think you are. And you're sleeping on yourself here. The universe isn't sleeping on you. Your guides aren't sleeping on you. God's not sleeping on you. You're sleeping on you. Okay, you're sleeping on your abilities. Okay, so what energy do you need? What energy are you missing right now? Growth and plants. Okay, so spend some time with plants. Again, plant medicines. Like, for real, this is what's coming through for me. But yeah, growth and plants. So spending some time around plants, even like herbal teas. Those are plant medicine, okay? It doesn't have to be something that puts you in an altered state of consciousness. If that's something you're not confident with or comfortable with, it can be just like a herb that you really like. It can be connecting to plant spirits that you really like. Herbal teas, like I said, maybe burning sage. Connect to some plants here. And that's really going to help you grow. That's really going to help you move. Learn from plants right now. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 3. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have anything to say about it, let me know in the comments. I always love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for having the courage to be called out today as well. That takes, you know, a pretty epic person, if I do say so myself. So you're awesome. I definitely admire you. Have a great day. Welcome, Pile 4s. If you pick the Moonstone, then you are in the right place. Let's find out what spirit, your guides, your ancestors, God, whatever you wish to call it, what they want to call you out on today. So first we'll start with where you're slacking and what you're lacking. So first, so we have the Death card in reverse. You are resisting death right now. And I don't mean actual death, but you are resisting a change. You are resisting a personal transformation. Yeah, it's like it's time for you to rise like a phoenix from your own ashes, and you're not allowing that to occur. You may be really resistant to change in general. You may be resistant to letting go of things, letting things end. There's an ending that needs to occur here, and yeah, Your personal transformation is slacking because of it, because of this resistance to change. And, I get it. I'm pretty resistant to change myself. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be harsh on you, just, calling you out on behalf of the universe. But yeah, there's something that needs to end here. There's something that needs to die, and you are currently in resistance to it. You're holding yourself back from this beautiful new version of you, this transformed version of you for some reason. Okay, so let's see where you're lacking. And we have the Empress. So you are really lacking on self-love. You are lacking on your self-love and your self-care right now. Yeah, this is honestly very clear messages coming through. You need to spend some time looking out for yourself. You need to spend some time pampering yourself, indulging yourself, treating yourself, doing things just for the sake of feeling good, taking long baths, maybe looking after your appearance, giving a little bit of love to yourself. I am feeling that like the more you can kind of give this love back to yourself, the more you can return to a state of self-care, the easier it will be for you to accept this change, for you to accept this transformation, this death that is trying to occur right now. Death moments, they always kind of throw us off. They put us into grief. They put us into uncertainty and unknown and fear and all these things. So it makes sense to kind of have your self-care lack. It makes sense to have your self-love tank a little bit. But yeah, where you're lacking right now is that self-love, that self-care. So you really need to pour some of your energy into your own cup right now. Do things that make you feel good every day. I'm going to share with you my favorite practice for self-love because it's really easy and it'll probably be good for you if you feel like trying it. So you fill up a cup with water and then you hold that water and you envision something that you love. So it can be a person that you love. It can be an animal, like if you have a pet that you love. It can be your favorite food. It can be your favorite activity. Just something that gives you a really positive sense of love. Something where you can really generate that love feeling. And you're going to focus on that thing. And as you're focusing on the thing and the love that it causes you to feel, you're going to send that love into the cup of water. Now, it's best to do it for about 5 minutes. If your focus is kind of going off, if your focus is getting a little bit, off on some train of thought, just repeating myself, then, just drink the water. Don't worry too much about it. But the best is to focus on love for 5 minutes and then chug the water. Now, this is not just spiritual science, this is actual science. They have shown that the molecules of water change when interacting with love, interacting with kind words. So when you drink this water, you are drinking your own love. And your body, which is mostly made of water, is now going to take in that love water and recrystallize and reform as a result of this. So a little bit of dedication, a little bit of commitment to doing this practice is going to increase your self-love really easily. It's not a lot of effort to add some self-love into your life. So if you feel called to try it, I definitely recommend it. It is one of my favorite practices. It has changed how I view myself personally. So yeah, I recommend it. Anyways, let's continue with your reading. Okay, so then at the top, we have your biggest blind spot for right now. So you have this one, 35, which is desperation. So what you are not seeing right now is that you are in a state of desperation currently. With this death card in reverse, it may be that you are desperate not to lose something, that you are desperate to hold on to whatever this thing that is meant to die is. What you're not seeing right now is that you are in a state of desperation and you are avoiding it. Okay, so desperation is not a bad, it's a very uncomfortable state, but it's not a bad emotion. It exists for a reason. We experience desperation when we have a really deep need for something. So, again, it can be desperation with something you don't want to lose because you don't think that you'll be able to get that need met in any other way than it has been before. Or it can be desperation in terms of something that you wish to get. The thing about desperation is it makes you a match for experiences that are not good for you. It makes you a match for mirages. It makes you a match for, it's like being hungry. So it's like being starving and being so desperate for food that when you're offered a poisoned apple, you'll eat it because you're desperate for food. It's totally understandable to be in this situation. What's important for you, knowing that this is your blind spot right now, is to address that desperation head on, to try and find resolve for it, to try and figure out what that need is that you are covering right now, what that need you're avoiding is, and how can you go for it directly. Okay? Because whatever it is, you do need it. There's a reason that you're desperate for it or desperate not to lose it. So sorry, my camera got full there, but what is a different way for you to meet this need? What is a way that you can directly get this met? For example, if you're resisting the ending of a certain relationship because, you have lots of needs that are being met in that relationship, and even though it no longer serves you, you still can't let it go because you need those needs met. How can you get those needs met in a different way? And like I said, this doesn't have to be, or I don't know if I said this doesn't have to be a relationship. That's just an example. But whatever it is that you're feeling this desperation in regards to, look for what that deeper need is and how you can meet it. Because it does need to be met, Desperation is important, and the more that you can resolve this within yourself, the more positive things you can line up with, the more actual solutions you can find versus mirages and poisoned apples. We can get into really shitty situations if we make decisions from a state of fear or desperation. So be careful with that and try not to avoid the feeling. Know that it's there, know that it's valid, and try to resolve it, okay? So let's see what else comes through. Also, it makes so much sense for you to not be as focused on self-care and self-love right now, but that is important, and it's really going to help you get into a more positive state. So let's see what else is up. Okay, so we have the Sorceress in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So you are not trusting your intuition here. You are not trusting your internal guidance system. You know what to do. You know what you should be doing here, and you're just kind of not going for it. Like I said, it's understandable. You're also really low energy. This is what I'm feeling with this Ace of Cups in reverse. You are emptying out all of your energy right now. You are not, like I said, you need to pour some of that into yourself. You need to fill up your own cup here. You are draining yourself right now, okay? I can tell this situation is really draining you. Okay, so you're being called out because you have a strong sense of intuition here. You're showing up as the high priestess. You have a strong sense of spiritual alignment, spiritual guidance, and you're not listening to it. Okay, so it's time for you to listen to your intuition. And also with this Four of Wands in reverse, I feel like you are really stuck in your challenges. You're feeling really unstable because of that. Which makes sense. Like, this is, death energy is not stable. I'm a Scorpio. I understand death, and it is not a stable vibration. It is chaotic and scary. So it makes sense to be in this energy right now, but this is what the universe wants you to know, is that you're holding back from your stability. You're holding back from your blessings by resisting this death, by resisting this transformation and this change that you know in your heart needs to happen. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through here. This is going to be what your ancestors want to call you out on. Okay, pile fours. Yeah, so sorry about the camera cutting out. Your reading is going to be a little choppy, but I've made sure to keep my energy nice and balanced. So we're just going to continue where it stopped. So we have the shaman of purification coming out for you. We have the spirit of truth and the spirit of family. So what your ancestors want to call you out on right now is that there is a need for you to purify. There's a need for you to cleanse. Whatever purification means for you, you could do a ritual, a ceremony, connect with plant medicines. Find a way to really purify yourself, purify this energy that you're kind of not wanting to change. And here there's a need for you to really connect to truth. Again, I'm seeing with this high priestess in reverse, connect to your inner truth. You know what you need. You know which way you should be going right now. And if you need people, to support you, connect to your family, connect to your soul tribe, connect to your soul family. If your actual family isn't the best for you, use the people around you. When you're going through a death experience, it is better to surround yourself with other people, people who can support you, people who can make you feel less alone, people who can meet those needs that you have, in positive ways. So this is what your ancestors are calling you out on. You need to connect to purification, truth, and family. And you can take that however it means. So for some of you, the truth may be that you need to connect more to your family. For some of you, the truth may be that you need to separate from your family. Only you are going to know what this situation is. With this death in reverse, it doesn't have to be a relationship. I know I gave that example earlier. It can be any kind of change, any kind of transformation that is wanting to occur in your life. So we're going to pull some of these cards here. Just a couple more to see. Oh, boom, right away. Oh, this is you right now. Look at you. You're all stabbed up and sad. I'm sorry, Pile 4. Yeah, so I see that you're kind of like, you're really stuck in the thick of it. You're really stuck in the negative feelings right now. You're really stuck in that feeling down on yourself. You may be in the grief period, like I said. Yeah. The universe wants you to your guides want you to kind of get up a little bit. Get out of this energy, this Page of Swords energy, this watching and waiting for things to change, waiting for the transformation to take place. That's what I'm seeing. That's a very powerless place to be. Put yourself back into the driver's seat. Initiate the things that need to be initiated. Okay, let's see what else comes out for you. So we have the Hierophant. Okay, so this could be an organization or a group or a religion that is holding you back right now. I feel like you're listening to other people. Oh, the star! Yes, I was just thinking, doesn't the star come after death or something? And then I pulled the star. So I feel like you're listening to a respected authority figure over your own intuition right now with the Hierophant in reverse. There is someone whose opinions you truly respect. You appreciate their authority. You treat them as an expert in some realm. And you're listening to them instead of your intuition, instead of your own awareness. You know that this person is not 100% aligned with the truth all of the time. And that there are times where you do know more than them. So you need to connect into your personal truth here. You need to connect in to your sense of intuition. You already have great intuition if you're watching Pick a Card. So learn to trust yourself and use it. You should be guiding your life right now. This is what I'm kind of seeing, is that you should be guiding your life, not letting any organization, any leader or group dictate what you should be doing. So yeah, and there's a need for renewal here with the star, for bring back hope, bring back dreams, bring back some positive views of what the future could hold for you. You know, you may be starting a different path here. You're at the beginning of the journey, like this guy. You know, you're starting new. You're going to be like Gandalf, you know, when Gandalf dies as the Grey, Gandalf the Grey, and he comes back as the most epic form of Gandalf, Gandalf the White, and he's like super powerful, OP, cannot be destroyed. This is you. This is you. This is the energy that you're stepping into when you allow this transformation, when you allow this change. So yeah, whatever makes you feel inspired, whatever makes you feel hopeful and dreamy for the future, connect to that more. Okay, so what energy do you need right now? Also, thank you for bearing with me here. Really appreciate it. What energy do you need right now? What energy are you missing? What energy do you need? Bravery and oceans. Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense because, you know, you're crossing an ocean here. You are crossing unknown territory. You are crossing into something new right now. And what is required of you is bravery. So it's okay if you don't feel brave right at this moment in time. It's okay if that's not something that you can access right away. Ask your guides for bravery. Ask your guides to help you let go or help you move through this if you don't feel like you can generate that within yourself. If there's anything that you can do that will make you feel brave, that will make you feel powerful enough to face this end, to face this transformation, go for it. Do it, okay? You got this. You're a lot stronger than you know. I'm sure of it. So whatever you can do to develop this bravery, and I really do feel start by meeting those needs that you have, that you're avoiding, okay? So that you can be stronger and you can be coming from a fulfilled, confident place. Fill yourself with self-love, you know, all those things we talked about. Thank you so much for watching Pile 4s. I absolutely adore you and I appreciate you for bearing with the fact that my camera is being terrible right now. You're the realist for sure. Hopefully this reading benefited you. Let me know in the comments if you have anything to say about it. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.